Well, today is a sad day to be a Halo fan, especially if you're a fan of the classic Halo games. Because today, 343 announced they will be shutting down most, pretty much all, of the online services for the legacy Halo games. So that's Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo Wars, and some others. The main one that concerns me is Halo 3, obviously, and I'm not too happy about Halo Reach either. Halo 4, I couldn't care less about. 343, they put out an article about this on Halo Waypoint, and they specified that this will not go into effect sooner than a year from today. So it's most likely this is going to happen at the end of 2021. They said it'd be about a year. I knew this day would come eventually, but I thought it would come in the form of all the online services for all Xbox 360 games being shut down. But that's not what this is. This is just the legacy Halo games on the Xbox 360. And like I said, I was expecting this day to come. I was anticipating it. But I see some people saying that in response to others who are upset about this, which I don't really get. Like, yeah, we knew this day would come, but that doesn't mean we have to be happy about it. I don't know why I'm seeing people say that in response to people that don't like the news. But yeah, I also want to say, I think the optics of this don't look great for 343. Considering, for one, it's just the online services for the Halo games being shut down. And they provided a chart in their article that they put out on Waypoint where they show you which services will be going down, which will remain up. Obviously, you can still continue to play the game offline once they shut down these online services. And one thing that's not on that chart is theater films. I'm going to be 10 times more upset if I won't be able to access my theater films for Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Those films are saved locally on the Xbox 360, so there shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. Hey guys, now that I look at this chart again, as I'm editing the video, there are a few things I'm not entirely sure about. First off, if you look at like custom games and Forge for Halo Reach, Halo 4, and Halo 3, they're all checked off, so those services will remain intact. Like, I don't know if that means you'll still be able to play custom games in Forge once the online services are disabled, because that's what it says. This is the chart of what will and won't be affected once online services are disabled. So I assume with custom games and Forge checked off, that just means you'll be able to play it offline, not online. That's probably obvious, but I just wanted to add this part just in case I was wrong. And also, online squads here, I don't know what the fuck that means. An online squad? Yeah, I don't know what that means at all. But yeah, like I said, this isn't all Xbox 360 servers being shut down like they did with the original Xbox back in, I believe it was 2010 or 2009? No, it was 2010, right? Also, another reason I say the optics don't look too good for 343 is because these are most of these games are Bungie games, right? And it's like Bungie gave us these phenomenal experiences, and here 343 is shutting them down. But I get it. The Halo franchise, whether I like it or not, is in 343's hands now. I understand that. And also, there are still plenty of issues with the MCC versions of these old Halo games. Obviously, MCC is in a much better state now than when it was back at launch, but there are still issues and inconsistencies with the MCC versions of these games. And I am someone who still hops back on OG Halo 3 and plays it from time to time. And a lot of the time, the reason I do that is to get away from the bullshit of MCC. And yeah, it's hard to find games on OG Halo 3. Yeah, some of the connections are really laggy because it's peer-to-peer connections. You're matching people all over the world. But at least it's the Halo 3 I remember. And I don't have to deal with a lot of the bullshit that is present in MCC Halo 3 that wasn't present in OG Halo 3. And real quick, I want to draw some attention to this one sentence in their post on Halo Waypoint about all this. They said all of these games, with the exception of Spartan Assault, now exist in newer, modernized forms, which offer improved experiences. Okay. There are many things worse in the MCC versions of these games than the originals. But I'm mainly just talking about Halo 3 right now, because Halo 2, we haven't been able to play the original Halo 2 on Xbox Live for a long time. Halo Reach has some issues, inconsistencies with the original, but I think Halo 3 is a little worse. Up until recently, the shot registration on Halo 3 MCC was god-awful, was way worse than the original game. Spawns in Halo 3 MCC are a fucking mess. Ghost melees, you still get plenty of ghost melees in MCC Halo 3 that you don't get in OG Halo 3. Also with OG Halo 3, I mean, obviously the whole matchmaking, the service record, the XP system, the 1 to 50 skill-based ranks, pre-game lobbies, and everything that comes with that, like vetoing, having the ability to save theater films, and so on. So you might want to be a little careful when you say improved experiences, because it makes it sound like you have no idea what you were saying. There is so much that has been lost in the MCC version of Halo 3. Also, another thing, player customization. Up until recently with MCC, we could only choose armor sets. You couldn't pick and choose each piece of armor when you were customizing your Spartan. But they finally updated the game to a point where you can fully customize your Spartan. But still, plenty of shit that was in the original that is not in the MCC version. Also, there are plenty of issues in the MCC version of Halo 3 that were either not present or were not as bad in the original Halo 3. So yeah, I'm not happy about this. When I saw this, when I was reading this, I felt sick to my stomach. I really did. I'm like, oh my, it's over. OG Halo 3. I mean, that... I played a lot of different games before Halo 3, but after post Halo 3, I haven't really played a lot of different games. That's pretty much been the main game until now, even though I play significantly less now. I played a lot of Halo Reach. I even played a lot of Halo 4, but Halo 3 was the game. And like I said, I still hop on OG Halo 3 from time to time and play it. Now, I understand this from 343's perspective. It's probably not worth the time and resources to keep these services going. I understand that. I don't know how much time and resources it is taking them to keep these services going. Maybe it's a lot, I don't know. But I look to the Call of Duty games, and when I look at them, I see a lot of these old Call of Duty games that are still playable online. And I actually have a question for you guys. And remember, this is a question, not a statement. But how many other Xbox 360 games have had their online services shut down? Because to my knowledge, I can't think of any. I might be forgetting some. There might be some obvious ones that I'm just not thinking of right now. But just off the top of my head, I can't really remember any. Like I'm curious. Is this like a thing that like happens a lot to these older games on 360? To my knowledge, no. But again, this is just a question. I'm not claiming any of this is true. And I also wonder how many AAA games have their online services shut down. Maybe this happens all the time and I'm just not aware of it. That's possible. But if this is a case where this is just a Halo thing, right? Like, if all the online services for all these Xbox 360 games, all these AAA Xbox 360 games are still going, and it's just Halo that is getting their online services sunsetted, then that's not happy about that. But I don't know if that's the case. So, yeah, this news sucks. It really does. Damn, Halo 3 will not be playable online anymore. Fuck, man. Ugh. I knew this day would come, and here it's coming. Today we got the announcement. That's fucking crazy. But I'm sure going forward, especially when it gets closer to late 21, when they're going to be shutting down these services, you're going to be seeing a lot of tributes to these games. You might see a lot of play dates, people organize together, play some customs or matchmaking, whatever it may be. And I'm also sure you'll have some people trying to be the last players on Halo 3 or Halo Reach when they shut the servers down. You know, just like people did with Halo 2. And I was thinking that would be pretty interesting. Maybe that's a stream that I do. Maybe I stream Halo 3 and get a couple buddies into a custom game and just try to be the last players on Halo 3. I doubt I'd be able to do it because my internet is ass, and it will, well, it's not ass, but it likes to go out once a month. It just goes out once a month and comes right back on. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I don't know where you even begin to fix that, but whatever. But I was just thinking about it. The day that they do finally shut down these servers, imagine you have a bunch of people streaming Halo 3, and they're all trying to be the last players on the game, and it's kind of like Halo Survivor in a way. See who can be the last one standing. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Those are my thoughts. Obviously not great. I get why 343 is doing it. Not happy about it. I'd be even more upset about it if this is like a rare thing where they're shutting down servers for Xbox 360 games. Like I said, I don't know if this happens all the time or not. And does it happen to AAA games? I don't know. I'm not aware of it. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Play Halo 3 or any of the legacy games that you enjoyed while you still can. Well, you can obviously always play the game offline, but I'm talking about online, obviously. I'll definitely be hopping on OG Halo 3 here and there from now until late 21. And, yeah, just going to be getting my final games in. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.